Thank you. This is municipal election year. You have met 5 of the 6 candidates for Topeka mayor last week. The city also has odd number council seats on the ballot. Only one of those, though, is going to see a primary. That is in District 1, which is the pink area you see highlighted on your screen, stretching from the Kansas River on the north, bumping from 6th to 17th to 10th on the south, and from Gage Boulevard on the west to Branner on the east. Karen Hiller is the incumbent in the district, and she is here with us today. Welcome to you.
Thank you.
A lot of people know who you are because you've been in the seat for a while.
Yep.
Finishing your 3rd term, going for a 4th?
Fourth to 5th.
4th term, going to a 5th. Okay, so quite some time. Why stay so long, and why do you want to continue to remain in that seat?
If you think about it, I was first elected in 2009, and Topeka has come a long way since 2009 with growth, economic growth downtown. We've gotten a lot of the streets done, not all of them, worked on neighborhoods, worked on job development and so on. We also have a lot of initiatives underway, like changing our culture of property maintenance for code compliance, the DREAMS program for neighborhood improvements, and so on. I've been in the middle of all of those. And so in considering whether to renew, it was like, you know, this is be careful what you wish for if everything starts happening at once, which a lot of issues are right now, but it's a good problem to have. And I'm in the middle of a lot of those. I've got the history. I've worked with neighborhoods. People know that I'm responsive whenever there's an issue or a problem. And it seemed like a good time to stay, work with the council, new city manager, new department heads, carry that thread through and keep us going.
And you kind of touched on this a little bit. There's always a debate between should someone stay there for a long time versus we need to turn over and get new people in who might have new thoughts, new ideas, new approaches. Why do you err on the side of staying longer?
I've got the time for one thing. It takes a lot, particularly in District 1, but I'm somebody who will do it. I like policy and I like budget. Not everybody does. You need to do a deep dive into the policies and the issues in order to problem solve. And it's not always a policy solution. So working with people and saying, you know, when we're trying to work on vacant properties, for instance, vacant houses and vacant lots, is it a policy thing? Do we need to come up with just promoting our neighborhood revitalization program so people realize if they make a great improvement to a house or build an infill house that they can get a super deep discount on their property taxes for a number of years after that. Things like that. So you go, again, problem solving for the issues that are of the day. Mm-hmm.
Well, one of the things that has drawn a lot of debate, and I've asked the other folks who are seeking this seat about it, is the purchase of Hotel Topeka. We do now have a proposal to sell it. You voted for it, I believe, correct? Yeah. The buying of the hotel. Mm-hmm. So do you stand by that vote? And what, if anything, would you perhaps have done differently or do differently now when it comes to the process that has unfolded even since then?
We were caught, I would have to say. For me, the driving reason to do that was because the taxpayers in good faith had voted to add sales tax to themselves in order to finance $50 million worth of improvements to the Expo Center. The hotel is critical to that, both for it to function, and we're a capital city. Any city of our size needs something, but without the hotel, you know, that had been built by someone who was a great hotelier, built it, managed it, and so on. At the end of his time, when he was ready to sell it off, it went into hands of folks who weren't improving it. So it was going downhill. It was still okay, but at risk. And so we'd been working, our city manager at the time had been working with the county, who was talking about buying it, intervention buying it, because of course they run the Expo Center as well as Manor Conference Center. And some things happened and they decided to back out, and we looked at that and said, you know, we need to do it. We don't want to own a hotel. We're not planning to own a hotel, but intervention, getting control of it so that we can make sure it goes into good hands that will be, you know, not every hotel isn't a convention hotel. Somebody who's ready to be part of that complex to keep the Expo Center thriving, which means guests to Topeka, conferences that Topekans are involved with. You know, they plan those things 3 to 5 years out. So if you're not sure that the place is going to hold together, your business tanks. So we felt that the intervention buying and then immediately learning a whole lot about hotel business and partnering with people that knew and working toward not just any sale, but a transfer that would make it what it needs to be for Topeka. And so we're We've waited, the staff has worked steadily on that, but it looks like we have a transfer that should work and also a setup so that we can get our money back.
Okay, well, thanks for explaining that position.
Yeah.
There are a lot of issues that are taking place in the city
There
right now.
are.
Karen Hiller, the incumbent, the final candidate, will be here next week. And then, of course, the primary election, August 5th, top 2 vote getters advance to November. Karen, appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
We are getting a great show downtown. Find out how Garth is coming to Topeka, sort of, next.